I'm here with the Unitree bench that comes with the pumps. I know a lot of you have been wanting a review of this thing, and I've only just had a chance to really have a play around with it and get a hands on. So I thought I'd go through my initial thoughts and give you guys my first impressions and my take of this bit of equipment. Overall, I am quite impressed with the build quality of this thing. I didn't have high hopes, if I'm completely honest, but it has exceeded my expectations. It is a solid piece of equipment. They've definitely thought about all the different elements and how it works together and all the different features, which we'll get into, but I'd say a solid 7 out of 10 for this thing in terms of overall build quality. You have a number of different mounting points for the pumps themselves. So for example, you've got a couple on the end of these arms where you can obviously attach the mounts to, and in here you've got a different pin adjuster so you can change the angle of this thing. Behind the arm here, again, you've got another pin selector so you can pull the arm out. You can put it in different positions, you know, so you can do a whole host of different exercises with this. It actually replaces a lot of different machines you would typically find in a gym. So normally you'd have an individual machine for, say, chest flies or lat pull downs or something. Whereas this, because you can move it all around, actually gives you the option to do pretty much all of them. So again, the bang for your buck for what you get, it is quite impressive. Get the specific features of this bench. Adjusting it is super easy. You've got a pin selector at the back here, so very easily folds up and down. It's got a gas strut at the back here, so like a hydraulic strut that just gives you a bit of assistance. So again, literally just one hand really easily moves up and down. The bench itself, it is pretty stable. It's nice and wide, so when you're lying on it, you know, a lot of benches you get are really narrow and you feel like you're going to fall off them the whole time. This one is nice and solid. It would need to be on a solid floor. I don't think it would do very well on carpet, but I think that goes for most gym equipment. Being able to easily maneuver the bench up and down means you can do loads of different exercises. Same with the front here. The front pad, just with a pin, moves up and down as well. You've also got the leg extension, which allows you to do both, you know, hamstring curls, leg extensions, working your quads, hamstrings. At the front of the bench here, you've also got an adjustment for this front pad. You know, when you're doing leg extensions with this, you can put the seat up, gives you more clearance from the floor. At the front of the bench, you've got wheels, so you can easily maneuver the bench around. And on the feet, you've got these little sliding adjusters. So if the bench isn't perfectly level, you can just adjust each corner just to get it nice and flat and nice and stable. And finally, you also have a seat belt here, which is surprisingly useful for just strapping yourself in and holding yourself in place. So really easy to adjust and unclip. When you sit down, you just hook it under the bench, strap yourself in. So if you're doing, say, leg extensions, it just holds you in place. If you're doing something like lat pull down, where you really want to make sure you're secure, again, it just holds you nicely in place. One feature I forgot to mention, it also comes with this little bar, and on the arms here, there's a couple of holes that this can just slot into. Essentially, when you're doing a few different exercises, it allows you to either hold on to it or put your feet on it. So with rows, for example, grab the handles, feet on it, and I've got something to push against. Overall, a really good bit of kit for anyone who wants to basically increase what they can do at home without having to go to a gym. This replaces loads of gym equipment, loads of machines that you'd otherwise have to go for a gym for. So if you're someone who wants to train at home and get a good workout in and be able to do loads of different things, I would say it is a really good bit of kit.